Yeah, 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 yeah. It's getting hard for me. It's getting hard for me. It's getting hard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's getting hard for me to fake like some people these days. Big living room with no furniture. They never gon' see what I'm saying. You ain't trust them, then why did you turn to them? It's only a piece of the game. If everyone's eating the same, then nobody's leading the way. It's getting hard for me to fake like some people these days. It's getting hard for me to give y'all a piece of my brain. It's getting hard for me. It's getting hard for me.
Yo, it's AK Don back with another episode of Don Talk Podcast, and I'm here with one of the most humble dudes I've ever met. I got Bleave here with me. Just kind of give people a little background as to what you do.
Hey, hell yeah. What's going on, everybody? I go by the name of Bleave, Bleave. Y'all can find me everywhere at Bleave the Impact. I'm a recording artist based out of Haverhill, Massachusetts. I've lived in multiple places throughout my life. Lived in Florida for a little bit. Lived in New York, where I really dedicated my life to music. And we're here. I'm a recording artist, and I'm looking to create an impact. And here we are.
Word. So, how'd you come up with the name Bleave?
Bleave came about. I actually got asked that question yesterday, so it's kind of like law of attraction that you're asking me again. Maybe that's something I need to bring more clarity about. Maybe it's a sign or something like that. I'm gonna take it as. Bleave came because I had a name before I was Dice. Dice Official is what I used to be, and it just never really resonated with me because I felt the way that I came about picking my name before, it was very kind of rushed. I was like, oh, we want to drop this track, pick a name so we could drop. I'm not gonna drop my name's Damien. I wasn't gonna go as Damien. I was like, nah, I ain't jacking that.
Right.
So I picked Dice, just being very young minded and kind of like, I need to pick something. So I picked Dice, and then as I started taking my music more serious and I started keeping it very authentic, I felt I needed a name that really represented who I am. So I felt Bleave was something that it kept sticking in my head. I was thinking of new names and I was thinking of something like that, and the way I wrote it was like, I didn't want to write it just Bleave. You know what I mean? I thought that was kind of whack, to be real. So I was like, let me make my own spice on it. That's why it says Bleave, Bleave.
Okay.
Where it's kind of a tongue twister where it could be like, it's Bleave, but it's like people say believe. Like, you can't say it without saying believe.
Right.
Bleave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like faster.
I feel like it represents me as far as a person. Like, if you know me, I'm going to tell you, if you my people, I'm going to tell you to believe in what you believe in. Like, no matter what nobody say, no matter what nobody think, if you believe in something, do it, bro. Like, don't let nobody steer you wrong, So that's, I felt, really represented me as an artist, and just more so as a person. I felt like, I don't want to say an artist is kind of an alter ego, but I felt like this is my, like, as far as what I represent as an artist and who I want to be, I felt that represented me best. So that's kind of how I came about it. Just me not liking the name that I have, and me really looking for something that represented me the best way possible, that I could be like, this is catchy, this represents him, let's rock with it. So yeah, that's how I came about Bleave.
Okay. That's and like, I thought about that too. I was like, maybe because I was saying, like, I was doing what you just did. Like, I was saying it, and I'm like maybe it's like believe a little bit, but like bleed, like say, like,
yeah, it's
and then like you just kind of helped out saying, like,
yeah, it's kind of
it is believe, but like Bleave.
Yeah. It's like a tongue twister, I guess you could say. But
whatever. I like that.
It sparks conversation a lot of times, so definitely good.
Word. So how long you've been like making music and doing all that?
I started making music. Music came from freestyling on the high school basketball bus. That's where I really started. Like, where I was like, all right, They used to rap on the back of the bus, and I used to be like, I used to hear everybody rapping. I used to be like, yo, I listen to mad music. I'm the dude everybody's hitting up for music. People, right. I used to have like 80 followers on my SoundCloud just off people going on my likes for music.
Damn.
In high school before I even made music. So I was like, I know music. I know I could rap. I used to always think that growing up. Like, I would hear music and be like, I swear, I feel like I could do this. I just never had nobody to be like, yo, make music.
Right.
Yo, write a song. Like, that wasn't influenced in my community. Like, like music is kind of like, if you do it, people fuck with it, but you kind of an oddball because it's not very popular. You know what I mean? People you either trying to play a sport, or you trying to just go straight to work, or you know what I mean? So music is kind of like a oddball thing as far as like where I come from. Okay. So like, but yeah, bro, we were rapping on the back of the basketball bus, and I rapped one day, and everybody went crazy, and it was just like, I was like, oh hell no, that was I just thought I was fucking around, you know what I mean? But it really sparked something, and then I used to anticipate the basketball rides home, like the away games. I used to be like, I can't wait for an away game.
Right.
Wait till we in the back of the bus. I'm about to spit crazy bars. They about to be like, hold up. So yeah, it kept going and kept going and kept going, and then eventually I met up with Mosa, and that's when I created my first feature. That's how I came up with my first feature. Was he was like, yo, let's make music, because like I said, making music where we from is not very anticipated. You don't find too many people who do it. So when you see somebody else who does it and they're actually pretty good, you're like, yo, let's get it rocking. You know what I mean? Let's at least try something.
Right.
So that's how that came about. And then obviously, as I started making music, I got my own lane. I was like, I'm writing my own songs.
Right.
I'm freestyling. Freestyling is how it really came about. That's how rapping came for me, is freestyle. I can freestyle all day. Don't matter. Like, that's just like what I do.
Yeah.
Writing is just like kind of another element as far as like what I could do. I like to write because it's like polished work. You know what I mean? But freestyle, sometimes that emotion and that energy and like the thoughts, they just race, and like, it's crazy how accurate sometimes it'll be. So that's how like kind of how I started rapping with. But I've been doing it for like 5 years now. So that was like, I'm 23 now. I started when I was like 18. 18 when I was like, all right, I rap. Like, you know what I mean? But like when I was like, I'm a rapper, like I'm an artist, 19 was when I could say I really started taking it serious. When I was like, 19 I say. So like 18 was when I decided like I can rap. 19 was when I was like, yo, we doing this.
Yeah, locked in.
Yeah.
Word. Okay. Word. So most of like since y'all both pretty much got started.
To be real, I used to bump his music before like me and him became cool. We were like in high school, everybody. You know what I mean? I was one of those people in high school. I could say like I was cool with everything. You know what I mean? Spanish kids, white kids, black kids, don't matter, because like I'm Cuban, Puerto Rican, Russian, Italian, so I'm a mutt. I'm like a little bit of everything. So I was cool with everybody, to be honest. And so we knew each other, but we didn't really know. Like, I used to just bump his music and be like, yo, he's nice. And I used to tell him all the time, bro, you nice. Right. And now look, I think he's doing it up. Fucking happy, bro, salute.
Out there down south doing his thing. So
yeah, we met in high school. High school, how high school be. High school be, you just meet people. You meet people who fucking. Yeah. You know what I mean? You connect with, and that's it. Hell yeah.
Word. Okay. Yeah, because I remember.
Because we had all met at Guitar Center.
Guitar
Center, yeah. Right. And we had stayed connected through social media, and that was probably about 5 years ago, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like, I was like 19, 20 when I got my whole setup, because I remember I was buying a mic. No. I wasn't buying a mic. What was I buying? I was buying something.
I honestly can't remember, but I remember like.
You know what I'm saying? I was buying something. I think it might have been, was it the Kai Mini?
It might have been something like that.
But whatever. Moral of the story is we met at Guitar Center. We stayed connected through social media, and now 4 years later, we're here doing a podcast, getting it rocking.
Yeah,
that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Bro. Yeah. And like that's why like, cause like once I met both of y'all, I was like, yo, like, I think when I met y'all, this was before I even like had the idea of like doing a podcast and all that. So like, yeah, to like you said, like for us to stay connected and like we're here now doing this, like that's definitely like a dope thing. Word. So you said, so you got into rapping like like on the back of the bus in high school, like for basketball games. But like what inspires you to come up with content, or like who are some of the people who've influenced you to like all right, like, yeah, I want to do this. Like you like rappers or like artists you look up.
Well, easily my idol is J. Cole. Like, easily, like I write it down every day to be associated with him. You know what I mean? On my goals, like I write that shit down every day religiously. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Right. I write it down every day to be associated with him. And it's just like, I just study his content a lot, and like I think his content on how he's very authentic and true to self, and he doesn't. I feel like subconsciously, he'll drop content and then fall back, and it's just he'll let that content sink in. And I feel like I've done that multiple times at a very smaller level. Like I'll drop like 2 tracks and I'll just fall back from that long, and people be like, "Yo, why you ain't dropping music?" And I'm like, "I'm working," and I always am, because I got hella tracks ready to drop. Don't get it twisted, anybody who's listening. Like, yo, I got tracks ready to go. Like, we got projects ready to go. Like, we're applying pressure, but, it takes a while. Like, you know what I mean? It takes a while to really get, like, I felt like I wanted to build something that was true to myself. I didn't want to come out with no half-ass
Right.
oh, this is it. Nah, like
yeah,
I
just
felt
like
like I
rushing
should.
stuff.
If I could go back in time, I would have dropped more content. But I'm not. I don't regret none of it because this year coming forward, I'm really about to apply pressure and show people what I've really been working towards. So it's like, it's gonna be lit.
Where
It's gonna be lit.
yeah, and honestly, like that's a good thing because like you know, like you have a lot of people who will just sit up here and just push out albums just to
Yeah.
you know just say yeah, like I got content.
I got
like,
content.
Is it quality?
That's what
you know.
Yeah,
So that's really what it is.
quality
for me.
over
like
quantity
I
all day.
always take quality over rush projects and
Mhm.
yeah, you got a whole lot of content, but
I feel like I feel like I'm hearing a lot of I mean, I don't want to say not a lot, but I feel like sometimes artists will put together projects that I would say they don't really sound cohesive, which
Mhm.
is like, who am I to tell you what is right and wrong? There's no right and wrong in art. You know what I
Right.
mean? What I think doesn't sound good, they think sounds good. By all means, it's good. If it's your work, it's your work.
Mhm.
I just think I try to, like, when I think of a project, I think of something that is going to create a cohesive sound where it's like,
Right.
wow, this project kind of brought me to this place
Mhm.
or made me feel this way. Where sometimes I feel like I'm up here and then the next song I'm down here, then over
Right.
here, the next song I'm in the middle, and then I'm back down here and now I'm back up. It's like, I guess you have a balance of sounds, but if the sounds don't sound cohesive, it kind of just sounds like, I don't like this word because no song is a throwaway, but you know what I mean by when I say that, like, they just throw a bunch of tracks
right, yeah.
together and call it a project.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, this one was a Migos type beat. This is a J. Cole type beat. Now you got a Jay Critch type beat,
Mhm.
and then you got a Dave East type beat. It's like, bro, where are we
That's-
going with this
yeah.
project? Like, what is this project trying to do? Who are you trying to market to?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody? You know what I mean? Because damn, you must got a pretty big budget if
Right.
you marketing to everybody. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I just think. Maybe I'm just thinking based on like my situation, how I go about my things, do you know what I mean? How I move.
Right.
But
Not
yeah.
and as a like for me as a consumer, like yeah, I want to hear a project that's fluid through
Mhm.
like the whole way through. Like I don't want to be like, oh, well, damn,
Yeah.
this one sounds like it shouldn't.
Shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, you know.
Like this was a number 4, not a number 5, like
Right.
or a number 3 track and not a number 9.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think another thing is I think song placement on projects is big.
Right.
I feel like a lot of times songs are just out of place.
Mhm.
I feel like, damn, like that song was the 5th track. I thought that should have been the intro, not in the
Yeah.
front. Like that song was fire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like I feel like I'm very picky with that, and like I'm my own worst enemy with it because like there's no such thing as perfect, but I like to get it as close as what I feel could be
Mhm.
my form of perfect. You know what I mean? So like I always wait, and then like by the time I get to that point, I'm already working on another track. So
Right.
that track that I was trying to perfect, I'm already kind of, it's not on the back burner, but I'm focused on the new because I'm so focused on create. Once I get started on something, it's just my whole mind is just go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I start going until I stop. And I don't ever force it. I try not to force the creativity because I feel like that's not authentic. I feel like when I grab my phone and I'm just thinking of bars and I'm just writing and then I stop, like the bars stop coming in my head, I stop. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, let me just let it rock. It's a sign for me to just kind of take it back, process what I have so far and go back to it. And then the next day I'll just be spitting that. And then the end of the bar, I'll spit the last bar and then I'll freestyle another bar. I'll be like, oh, alright, we back. Boom. Get it rocking for a couple more minutes, like 10 more bars, and whatever comes to mind. But like once I stop feeling the vibe, I don't want to say I lose like focus of it. I just try and move on to the next.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes that vibe that I lost, like say like I have a 75-80% done song, but I lose it. I'm just not feeling it after 80. 4 months down the road, I could be right back in that same position,
Right.
with an 80% done song. Like, yo, bro, I'm back on those vibes. Let me finish it because I wasn't on those vibes for the last 4 months. I can't go make a soft song when I'm in a hard head,
Mm-hmm.
hard rap mentality. I can't make an R&B track when I'm trying to rap like rap. You know what I mean? On some like boom bap,
Mm-hmm.
hardcore like Griselda ass.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm saying like you know how it be, bro. Like certain times you're just in certain vibes and like certain energies and like where you are in life, the music really will dictate it. I feel
Mhm.
like sometimes people don't pay attention to that. People are like, why the fuck did this artist drop this type of shit? I wanted him to drop some shit like this. It's like, bro, look from an artist perspective. Like, bro, this is his art and how he expresses his life. Like, you gotta think where he's at or she's at her point in life to really drop this project right here. Like, this music is what they felt they should have dropped. What are your expectations? Why you expect something from them? You don't know what they going through, you know what I mean?
Right.
Whatever music they drop is because they felt that was the best way to go about it. And I feel that's how my music is. And it's like, I don't really care if someone's like, damn D or damn Bleave, why you drop this type of track? I wanted you to drop some hard shit. It's like, this isn't your art, bro. I appreciate you having an opinion, but it's like, appreciate the art for what it is and trying to understand who the artist is. Because if you really like the artist, take that into consideration. Like, yeah, maybe that album didn't hit you, but think about where that artist has been and why has that artist been working so hard to drop that project for you. It's not for him. I just don't drop project music for itself. I drop the music for the world to hear. I know my music. By the time it even drops, I'm sick of hearing it, to be honest, because I play my shit on repeat. I've always listened to music like that. You give me a song that I like, I'm not stopping playing it until I learn every word. Yeah. And I'm putting everybody on after because I'm getting so lit to it because I've been bumping it OD. So that's how I am my own music. I bump it OD and then I'm like, more. I want more music. I want to make new music. I need new vibes, new this. So by the time it even drops, I'm already like, bro, that song is old news to me. You know what I mean? I love it. And I'm going to pump it in. I still love the song, but it's like, I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm on to the next. Right. But yeah, I think people got to do it though. Definitely, like when they hear music, try and think of where that artist is at that point in his life. Like for instance, I love Drake, but Drake has dropped albums that I've been not really too satisfied with as a listener. And it's like, but I got to think, where was he at that point in time to drop music like that? Right. Like sometimes I'm like, it doesn't resonate with me right now because I'm not in that. That's not how I feel. I don't feel how he feels right now. Right. You know you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and I can understand that because like I'm kind of the same way with Drake. Like I'm a hard critic on Drake just because like
he's Drake.
Yeah, you know. But
it's fucking Drake, man.
But yeah, so like there's like with views, you know, like I'll hear that and I'll be like, okay, like when that came out, yeah, I was in that space. But then
More Life.
Yeah, when More Life came out, I was like,
it's iffy. You know, I was iffy about it, but then again, I go back and listen to it on different times, and certain songs hit me different on different days.
Exactly, you know. So like, yeah, it's all
and then
about.
Also, sorry to cut you off. Certain music builds on you, bro. Like certain music, you be like, nah, this is whack, and then somebody keeps playing it, you'll be like, I gave it the time of day. Yeah. It's a little catchy.
Nah, I definitely agree with that.
Man. Music is crazy, bro.
It is.
As far as like being an artist and being a consumer of music and like somebody who really likes music, because like before I was an artist, I was heavy into music. I love music. I would be that kid on my mixtape, on Dat Piff, on SoundCloud, on YouTube, looking up unreleased shit, fucking downloading unreleased albums. Like I had Cole's album 2 days before it dropped. Shit. And I was like hyped, bro. I was hyped. I was like, yeah, showing only my boys. Like, yo, send me that. Like Forest Hills Drive, bro, when that dropped in high school, it changed my life. I actually went through a period right before before 2021 came where I only listened to straight J. Cole for like a whole month straight. I listened to all his projects from his very first project to now. Yeah. It was just, I felt like I needed some type of, I needed something in my life at that moment and I didn't know where else to get it. And so I listened to him due to the fact that he's my idol. And it's like, I felt like he brought me this far. His music has helped me this far out in life. Like, if I was lost, I felt like I was going to find myself listening to his music. So I did. And because to be real, there was like a good period of time where I just really wasn't connected with the music. Where like, you know, sometimes you'd be like, yo, let's record every goddamn day. I don't care. We're recording. Then there's days where it's like, turn that shit off, bro. Yeah. I'm not in the mood. And that was me for like a couple of weeks. And I felt like I needed to get out of that. So I did what I had to do, and I went and listened to Cole's catalog, and it was just really like, it benefited me a lot, to be honest. I think the book that I was reading at the time too kind of played a big factor in that too. That was definitely like a big one. You read it all?
I don't as much anymore. Which is like I have a whole bookshelf of books that I bought, but like yeah, I should pick them up more.
I feel you. 20 minutes a day, bro.
Yeah, that's.
I try. Like, I mean, I'm not saying like I probably do like 5 days a week, but like 20 minutes a day is what I shoot for. If I do 10, fuck it. At least you got it. Right. Yeah. And that's how I feel about like working out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's a man do every day.
Some like I work out every morning, like 10-15 minutes like before work type shit. You know, and then
you do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Like I feel good for the day and like I can't complain.
Facts. But now, as far as reading, my dad always tells me knowing doesn't occupy space. I'm like, when I was young, I used to really like, what? And now I'm like, bro, it's like, knowing something is not going to hurt you at all. You know what I mean? You read a book, it's like, bro, you're only learning something to benefit you. Like, you might not use it, but like, you got that knowledge. You know what I mean? Like, your subconscious mind is never gonna lose that. You
Right.
might not remember it forever, but like your brain is absorbing that. Everything that we see, hear, think, your brain absorbs it. That's why when we see it again, we're like, oh, deja vu happens. You're like, oh, I've seen it before. Your subconscious mind is telling you, like, yo, we done that before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think like some books I read and they really impact me, and some books I kind of like skim through. I swear, like I'm reading it, and sometimes it feels like I'm reading. Sometimes I'm lost in my thought. You ever read a book and just like you're just lost in thought, and you're like, damn, I finished that whole page and I didn't even get a damn word. I read every word, but I didn't comprehend nothing. But we did comprehend that. I mean, you might have not in that very moment, but your brain did. Like it processed all that information. You might have not in the moment processed it how you wanted to, but it does. Like that's why a lot of books that I read, I'm like, I'll reread them because like, but even that one time, that one skim through gave me enough information that I was like, that's a good book. Imagine like reading it again and again and again, like. But anyways, if you want, what's up, man? Good book, 48 Laws of Power, changed my life. I think only certain people can read that book. I feel like it's kind of like a very overwhelming book. It's kind of crazy I even said that on a podcast. That's kind of like, I wouldn't recommend that book to everybody, but I'm telling you.
I picked, because I actually have that book, and I started reading it. Yeah, it's a lot, bro.
Just read the chapters. Anybody who has that book, just read the chapters. If you're scared of the book because how thick it is, just read the chapters. And after that, if you're not motivated to read it, maybe the book isn't for you at that moment in time, but definitely go back to it. Think and Grow Rich is another good book. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I said that in my last song. I said, gotta think to grow rich, learn from Napoleon Hill. If you don't know the way I think, you don't know me for real. Yes, it's facts though.
Nah, that is, I can't, I'm trying to think, I don't think I have that one.
It's a good book. They got a couple, like, there's a small one that I have. It's a good one. I'm reading.
But doesn't he have, I don't know if that's I don't think that's the same one. Is that the same writer as, is it like Rich Dad Poor Dad or no?
No. That's I forget that guy's name. I actually my brother's reading that book right now, and my boy. Once I finish Mastery by Robert Greene, who wrote 40 Laws of Power, I'm gonna read that book. Okay. There's a lot of books I want to read. I have a lot I told myself I'm not gonna buy any more books until I read every book that I already have, because there was a period of time where I was going to Barnes and Nobles and I was like, why did you just buy 7 books, D? Like you need to finish the 20 that you have. Right. And I was like, I just want to learn all this shit. Like I just want to be like, damn, I read all these books. Like I write that on my goals too. Read 1,000 books. Like I'm gonna do that. I read 14 last year. Wow. So if it took me 14, I read 14 books in 1 year. I gotta read a lot to get to 1,000 books. Right. Like, I might have to be an old head. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I gotta be reading for a long time. But it's like that's something I feel like it's a very like. Some people say I'm realistic. I think it's realistic. I think I could read 1,000 books. I'm gonna have a crazy bookshelf.
It's definitely realistic.
Like I want a library. Like I have a library. I'm gonna write my own book, but I want to do an audio book. I feel like I want to do an audio book, and I want to go about it with people that I care about. You know, people who have impacted my train of thought, and people who have come into my life that have impacted me, that have like kind of made me who I am, and ask them questions about how they think without without me responding. It's like I ask you a question, you just rant about it, but I don't ever respond. Right. That's how I want to go about the book. I want to ask people that I care about and people that have impacted me questions that I feel people who care about me would want to know from the people who have helped me become who I am without my response. So it's like I kind of like, I guess you could say, what's the word? Executive, like produce this book. Yeah. I guess you could say like, I'm just kind of like, putting the blueprint out and just getting the recordings. That's it. Like, all right, I'm gonna ask this person this question, this person this question, this person this one. Drop it as an audiobook. People that I like, people who care about me will listen to it and understand why I am how I am. And then over time, I'll write my own book. But right now, I'm more focused on writing songs. It's just I want to do a lot. I'm gonna do a lot with my life. Like we're here to live, not to sit here and be bored. And, right. Like, I want to do a lot.
As you should.
Like. A lot. Like even acting. I like to act. I like to do all that shit. All that, bro. Whatever is lit, I'm trying to do it, bro. I'm a very like low key type of person, but like as far as like it being in like an artist and like a creative, like I got a lot of dope ideas. I'm surrounded by a lot of dope people, so like I'm definitely grateful. I just want to be like, I want to be different, bro. I want to do the shit that I want to do, and I don't want to do it nobody's way but my way. And in the most, you know what I mean? I take advice, and I'm no dummy, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'll definitely, like, if you're leading me straight, I'll go straight. But at the same time, it's like, I'm going to take my own path. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm hyped, though. We're going to do a lot, bro. We're going to do a lot, yeah.
Nah, I'm happy for you, bro. Like, appreciate to even for you to even kind of like, you know, you speak your stuff into existence.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. Actually, I spoke my last job and my new job into existence.
Word.
Everything. I wrote down on my vision board right in the beginning of the year, get a second or better job and get a whip, get a car. And I got them both in a day.
Mm-hmm.
In a day, fam.
Word.
Like, that doesn't happen for no reason. Like, I wrote that shit down. I was like, I'm going to get those. Watch. A week. Same day. Boom. Got the call. Boom. Better job. I was like, let's go. We hype. I work in the cannabis industry, so I do retail, so I sell blood to people. Like, it's dope. I'm hype. Mm-hmm. Bro, the cannabis industry is really dope. Aside from music, I feel like music and cannabis kind of go together because 99% of artists smoke, and it's just being in the like cannabis industry and like having fire at my like convenience all the time. Even though like you could get fire on the street, I ain't gonna, you know what I mean? You know what it is,
right?
But at the same time, it's like just having it and building my experience in there. I meet a lot of dope people. You'd be surprised how many people don't know how to get fire bud, so they go to a dispensary,
right? And
that's where I come, Mister. I'm not scared to talk to nobody, and I just tell them who I am, and I meet a lot of dope people. I met I met Rick Ross's uncle. No, I'm sorry, his cousin. I met Miss New York, some pageant girl. I met who was the other dude? UFC fighter Rob Font. He's cool. Okay. But like just little shit, you know what I mean? I'm not expecting nothing from these people.
Right.
But at the end of the day, they're gonna remember my face. You know what I mean? I'm if there's somebody that I want to know, they're gonna remember me. I'm gonna introduce myself. They're gonna be like, damn, that kid at the dispensary was cool people. They follow me on Instagram, see my music, my shit's hot. I already was cool to them. I'm not expecting nothing from them, but you know what it's like. If someone's cool to me, I see them again, I'm like, yo, what's up, bro?
Right.
You know what I mean? So they see me on the ground, they're like, oh shit, look at homeboy over here. Let me check that out. Oh shit, shit's pretty fire. Who knows? You know what I mean? I don't expect nothing from nobody, but at the same time, I'm gonna put, you know what I mean, those thoughts into the world, and I'm gonna attract what I want. So like, type shit. But yeah, bro, it's dope. Law of attraction is a real thing. If you want something, say it, write it down, think that shit, and believe it. If you don't believe it, it's not gonna happen. You have to say that shit and mean it. Like, if you want something, go get it. Like, no one's gonna stop you but you. And everybody said, yeah, it's easier said than done, but it's facts, bro. There's people out 10 times harder lives than me. And I gotta put that into perspective. Like, nights when I want to get long sleep and nights when I don't want to put in work. Like, there's somebody out there grinding way harder than me to even have to be in my position that I'm at. You know what I mean? So, like, if you want to go get that shit, law of attraction will play in your favor if you believe that shit. OD. Like, I don't know if y'all, like, you follow me, obviously. Yeah. I post the Daily Secret every day, bro.
I was about to bring that up.
Bro, I'm on my second year posting it. It's about to be the end of it. Like, and I'm gonna keep posting that book until that book is ripped to pieces. Yeah. Because you know how many people I've connected with posting that every day? Just not being selfish. Like, that's a daily message that I read every day to put a positive outlook on my day, right? To start the day, I read something positive. And a lot of it's about law of attraction and, like, you know what I mean? Shit like that, and being positive and stuff like that. And I just posted it on all my platforms just so other people could see it. Bro, when I tell you, probably thousands of people have hit me up off that. Yo, I love this book. What's this book? Yo, this one's fire. Yo, this made my day. I love this one. Like, bro, that shit runs deep, bro. That to me is bigger than a lot. You know what I mean? Like, that people go on my story every day to see a book that I post. Like, it's more than the music. They fuck with me for me. They like that I'm, you know what I mean, giving what I'm learning. I'm not being selfish with what I learn. You know what I mean? And I'm not, like, I don't know, bro. It's just I've connected with a lot of people off that book, and that book has really taught me a lot.
Nah, yeah, because yeah, like even today, like the one about creativity and like shit, I'm forgetting like exactly what it said, but I think it was like,
I'll pull it up right now.
Yeah, but yeah, bro, like just reading that, I'm like, oh, like
right here it says the creation process is so easy. If you are finding it difficult, it is simply because you do not believe. Remember, you have to believe it to see it, and that can be tricky if most of your life you have only believed things when you have seen them. There is some restraining for you to do with your mind. You have to believe it. You have to believe in the unseen, and that belief is the channel through which the unseen moves into the scene. Sorry for my choppy reading, but go on my story. You'll see what's up.
Word.
But, yo, we were just talking about that. You have to believe it. I literally just said that no more than 45 seconds ago. Yeah. You have to believe it. If you don't believe it, you're writing it down for nothing.
Oh, man. Yo, this is quality content right here.
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah, bro, you know?
So, yo.
Gotta keep it true to yourself, bro, you know? That's who I am.
So, what's your favorite part of the process? Like,
my favorite part of the process?
Writing or, like, recording?
Honestly, freestyling, bro. To be honest, I feel like I love recording and I love getting music done. I feel like being around other creatives who like to freestyle and create on. That's my favorite thing about the industry. But I don't meet too many people who like to do that because not too many people freestyle, like for real freestyle. You know what I mean? People can say, "Yo, I got bars in the yard and it's hard."
Right.
Yeah, I mean, but like really freestyle. Give me some like real content off the soul, like off rip. Like give me some shit that's like, damn, I felt that and you didn't write that, but that was crazy. Like not too many people do that. So it's like, you know what I mean? I like to meet people who kind of like go with the flow, or people who are willing to create on spot. A lot of people want to hear the beat. Yo, let me take that home right to that. Like, yo, let's just get it rocking right now, bro. Why can't we just create something right here? You know what I mean? Like, bro, don't take that long. Like, but sometimes, like I said, then again, I gotta. It's happened to me before where I wasn't in. Some people put on a beat and I'm not really feeling the beat, and they want me to hop on it, and I'm like, not right now, you know. So I get it, but I like to create in the moment. I think some of the dopest records that I like have been records that I created just kind of like on the spot. Like, yo, that beat's fire. So pull in the Pro Tools, I just get it rocking, and like we'll be freestyling. A hook comes, and we just look at each other like, yeah, that's getting recorded right now. I think that stuff to me is just dope. And connecting with other artists, I like people who appreciate art. Like I appreciate all forms of art, like drawings, like clothing, like movies, videos, pictures, music, especially beats, engineering. Like I listen to so much when I listen to music. I don't just listen to the artist. I listen to the words for the content, obviously, but I'm also listening to engineering, like how his vocals sound, because I have my own engineer, so like I understand. Me and him talk a lot, so it's like I get all the aspects of it. You know what I mean? So like when you really listen deep into music, you start to appreciate little things. You're like, damn, that reverb was fire. Like someone's like, what? Reverb, what's that? And you're like, you don't get it.
Right.
Like, yo, you know what I mean? Or like just little shit like that I feel like I really do pay attention to. Like little production shit. You'd be like a little drum pattern that you'd be like, ooh, that was a little different. I ain't never heard that one. Cause you like or anything, bro. Like someone stacking their vocals a little different than they usually do. I just be like, I pay attention to shit like that.
Right.
I'm like, oh shit, switching it up, being creative. I love stuff like that. So it's like being around people who embrace creativity. I like that's my favorite part as far as music is being around people who just embrace that shit. Because I feel like art is just, like I said, there's no such thing as perfect. Everybody's art is their art. There's no right or wrong. Someone who loves your art could hate mine. Someone who hates mine could love you. You know what I mean? If that even makes sense, whatever I just said. But
no, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I like to be around people who just want to make art and embrace it and just be like, yo, I don't really like, even people who be like, yo, bro, like I'm not jacking your art, but I see what you're doing. I appreciate the fact that you make art, because that's me. There's some artists I can't listen to them. I'm like, bro, like I can't do it. Some of the content I'm just like, no, I can't. That will mess up my energy consuming music like that. I know how big music is on my life. I can't listen to certain music because it's not what I want to consume. I don't want to think about shit like that and hear stuff like that all the time. Sometimes, yeah, I will catch a vibe. Like there's certain music I just don't want to listen to. I'm like, I refuse. But you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. I know how big music is in my life. So.
Word. So your last track, What God Fears.
What God Fears. Oh, what did I drop last? I dropped Hard For Me last. But What God Fears is up there too, though. That was what I dropped in the beginning of the year.
Okay, so
sometimes I wonder what God fears. I sit on the dark.
Okay, that was
lights.
November.
Come on.
All right.
But yeah, Hard For Me dropped recently. But anyways, it don't matter. What was you gonna say about What God Fears?
Nah, I just wanted to kind of like pick your brain on like this, like the space you were in, like what kind of like
What God Fears. What God Fears was when I just came back home from New York. I was living in New York and then COVID hit, and then it was kind of crazy. So I was like, let me come back home because I don't really know how everything's gonna play out. So I came back home, and I dropped What God Fears after like taking a 2-year break of not dropping music. I didn't drop music for like 2 years straight, and it was like, for me it didn't make sense because I'm on the come up. You know what I mean? I'm working on my come up, but I had to build. I had to work on my sound and create myself as an artist. I felt like I was in a very confused space as to how I wanted to approach the music industry, because I feel like I'm very big on being true to yourself. And like in today's industry, like I feel like image is, they'll give you your image if you don't have your own. You know what I mean? Like they'll take you and say, this is your image.
Right.
We're gonna make money off you with this image, and that's not gonna happen to me. Never. I will be true to myself, and I'll make my own bread. I'm not. You know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna do. So I just felt like when I was in that space, I was in a space where I was kind of, in a sense, patient, but being very impatient because I want to drop music, but I don't feel that I'm ready, but I know I'm ready. Very indecisive moment in my life where I was like, what am I doing? I need to get this fucking show on the road. I'm ready. I know I'm fucking ill. I'm nice. I got this music on lock. What am I doing? And it was just like, I made that song one day. My boy Rich, shout out to Natural Law, he had came through to New York and he had threw that beat on and it just kind of was like, and I was like, this song is short, but I feel like it's going to keep people in question. Like, why the fuck did this dude just take 2 years off of music and then come back with a 1 minute, 13-second track?
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like the song was just very kind of deep. You know what I mean? Like if you hear the end of the song, it said, my mama told me straight from the jump, I'm a beast, son. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I felt like that was very relevant to where I was, where a lot of people were expecting me to drop music in that 2 year period. A lot of people are like, yo, when you dropping? And I love when people ask me when I'm dropping.
Mm-hmm.
That shit gets me hyped. It's like, damn, you actually give a fuck that I'm dropping?
Right.
Let's go. I love that shit. But at the same time, it's like, people weren't understanding where I was in the space. Kind of like how we go back to the Drake, where it was like, we gotta understand where he was at when he dropped that, if he even drops. Like for me, it's just I wasn't in the space to drop. I felt like I didn't have any. I had music, but I didn't have music to back that up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I feel the dumbest thing for an artist to do would be make 8 tracks and drop all 8 tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Because then what happens when the label calls you tomorrow? Even if you even want to be a part, I'm sorry, if you even want to be a part of the label, of a label. But somebody could give you a call and you got nothing to back that up. You got to go create all new content. And there's no guarantee that they're going to like the new content you create. Because you can't recreate what you've created already. You got to have new shit to be like, yo, listen, this is it. This is what I got. And don't get it twisted. We ready for whatever. We got another one and another one and another one. So just in case you thought that I needed your studio time or I needed your assistance or I needed you to give me an image, you're crazy. I got my shit on lock. So you better come ready to the table if you're going to offer me anything, because I got my shit ready. I know what I want for myself. This is my life. You're not about to dictate my life. I don't care who you are, what you bring to the table. I'm not looking for no handouts, to be honest. I said that in the song. I said, lately, I feel like I've seen it all. I done it all. Struggled through the pain. Y'all won't catch me giving handouts, but I'll always give you game. If the loyalty remain, then my circle stay the same. You gotta believe yourself before you understand the name. Like, come on, like, this shit is all in the bars. Who I am is so authentic. Like anybody who don't know me, go after you hear this interview, this podcast, go listen to my music and tell me if everything that I was talking isn't who I am. You ain't getting no bullshit. You ain't getting no facts. I'm straight giving you straight soul, straight facts all day. Trying to lead you straight, lead you right. Even if I don't know what's right, I'm gonna tell you at least what I think is. You know what I mean? I'm a damn sure tell you what I think is wrong too. My music is so authentic, and I'm doing this to try and help people around me. I feel like my music is dedicated really to like the voice of my family. Honestly, I feel like that's my purpose. Is to be the voice of my family, and like that voice is gonna give me a bigger voice. Cause I like my family is like, I have a crazy family. It's like a lot of shit has happened in my family. My family's been through a lot. And I feel nobody does art. Nobody can express the pain that my family has felt or everything that they've been through. And now I have this gift, so I got to embrace it. And I really got to take it another step further. You know what I mean? Really use my gift to help the people that I love, which is my family. And this gift is going to bring me to bigger places where I can come back and make sure that all my family's pain and sorrows are, you know what I mean? Or, how can I say? Not, you can't forget them. You can't. I don't want to say healed, but you know what I mean? I want to take care of my family. I want to create a platform where I can take care of the people I love.
Word. I respect that.
All day.
So a couple more. How'd you connect with is it St. John?
St. John? Yeah, that's my engineer. That's my business partner. That's my dog. Me and St. John, he is actually one of my very close friends. My boy Brandon, shout out Brandon. I was with him last night at the studio in Lowell. St. John is married to Brandon's sister. So I had connected with St. John through Brandon when I went up to New York. He was the first person to tell me, yo, you nice, but you could be way better. And I was kind of like, what do you mean? Everybody's telling me, yo, you nice, you nice. I got a bunch of yes men in my corner. And I'm not even realizing it because they're my dogs, you know what I mean? But they don't understand the music the way he is because he's been in the industry for a while. So he was the first person to really be like, yo, you nice, but you could be way better. And he always gave me honest feedback, honest criticism. And like, as much as I didn't want to hear it, I needed to hear it. And it helped me a lot. And I honestly, like, a lot of my artist development, he really guided me through a lot of confusing times. Like, he really was like, bro, try this, try that. do this, do that, and it's not like, you know what I mean. I always take my own path, like I said, but I am open to advice from people that I respect their opinion. And he, from day one, he's been the same. You know what I mean. He's always giving me honest feedback, and he's just, that's my guy. That's my guy. Anybody need their vocals mixed? Blessed by St. John. That's my dog.
The quality on the mixes, yo.
Yeah, that's my guy. Yo. That's my guy all day.
Word.
He got a little resume of himself too, though, so don't get it twisted. That boy work. So anybody who interested, anybody need an engineer, Blessed by St. John. That's my guy. But yo, artists, y'all really gotta understand. Y'all gotta build with a engineer, not engineers. Engineer. Build with an engineer and build the sound and create that sound and go forward from that. Anybody who knows music is gonna be able to tell that you flip flopping engineers and you flip flopping sounds. Get an engineer, build with him, invest into him, and build your sound. Take somebody, build with them. Like, build your sound. Every artist has their own sound, and every artist has their own form of art. Find somebody to help you perfect that sound, because if not, it's gonna be hard for you. You're gonna spend a lot of money trying to build people, and everybody's already heard the I'm trying to work. Everybody hears that treatment. Put a little money aside, invest in an engineer, because the same way you spend money on beats, your engineer is supposed to be getting paid the same, if not more. They put in more time. I mean, a producer, don't get me wrong, producers put in work. Good beats don't happen in 10 minutes, even though some of them do. But I've seen producers make beats in 5 minutes, and I've never seen an engineer a song in 5 minutes in his whole life. Like, you know what I mean? A good engineered song is taking a while. Yeah. If you got stems and everything's coming in correct, and you come in correct with your shit, it shit takes a while, bro. So you know what I mean? I definitely, say to artists, invest in an engineer. And producers too, obviously invest in your producers and create your sound and make sure that everything sounds like you. But if you want to take your shit serious, I definitely would, invest in an engineer. My advice to artists who don't know what the fuck to do. Word. And if you don't want to invest in an engineer, learn the shit your damn self. YouTube will be your best friend. It might not sound the hottest at first, but you can't teach experience. Right. And I gotta take my own advice on that. You know what I mean? Some things I feel like I gotta learn. I gotta take the time and sit down. Like beats, I've made beats before, but I've been dying to get back into it. I've just been so caught up with the music, making music, like rapping, that I haven't really dialed into that. But I also need to go back to it, because the only way I'm gonna learn how to get back to where I want to be is by doing it. So let me take my own advice on that one. Right. Hell yeah.
So my last question, do you have any shout outs?
Do I have any shout outs? Well, Blessed by St. John already got a shout out. I'll definitely shout him out for that. Let me think. To be real, I'm gonna shout out my mom, Deuce. I mean, obviously I can shout out music industry people, but at the end of the day, I feel like at this point in my life, you know what I mean, I gotta show love to my mom right now. Like, she's doing a lot for me, you know what I mean? I'm doing a lot for her. Like, I feel like lately I've been connecting with my mom on a different level, and I'm grateful for that. So, I mean, it's only right to really show that on my podcast. I'll give another shout out to my boy Eddie, my boy Junior. That's my dog for real. Me and him are born a day apart. A year. He's 22, I'm 23, but our born a day apart. That's my dog forever. I mean, ride or die for real. Like, that's one of my boys that, like, he's the type of person where I don't see him for 6 months, but when I see him, it's like all love right back when we started. You know what I mean? And it's like he's always kept it 100. You know what I mean? Sometimes when I be down, he be bringing me up. When he's down, he bringing me up. I work early in the morning. He'll call me, make sure I'm up. Vice versa. I'll call him, make sure he's up, make sure he's doing good. You know what I mean? Calling and seeing how somebody's day went. That shit goes a long way. It does. Because phones work both ways. My pops used to tell me that a long time. My pops got out of jail. He used to be like, yo, how come you haven't called me? Phones work both ways. And I used to bite him with it. When he wouldn't call, I'd be like, yo, phones work both ways. But now that I'm older and I'm understanding that, and that they do work both ways, when somebody calls you to see how your day went, that's love. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people do that no more. I don't get a lot of calls being like, yo, what's good? How's your day been? So for somebody to do that all the time and, like, consistently show love and, like, be family, that's not family, but he's family. You know what I mean? So that's my dog, man. I really want to see him do good. To be honest, like, he could rap. He just, I swear, he running from the mic. Yo, he could rap, but for real, man, that's my dog, bro. Anybody want to get shitted on in ball? Eddie. That's my dog. He'll shit on anybody who want to work. Splash a 3 in your mouthpiece. Might even bang it on your head top. Yo, for real, that's my dog, man. But my family, my friends. Shout out my dad. My dad's the man. That's my best friend. I'm more grateful for that than ever. Like, crazy. Like, I'm blessed that my dad is literally my right hand. Like, not too many people can say that. You know what I mean? Everybody has a friend that's their right hand. Like, nah, my dad is literally my right hand. Like, I got a problem in life, I call him. Like on some like that's some real shit. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want it any other way. I'm blessed because I didn't have him in my life for a long time. So for me to be old enough to be able to accept his wrong and like the time that we missed is like, you know what I mean? I never really paid no mind to that. I was just happy to have my dad back. So like to be where we at this point, like I'm grown now, he's grown now, like he's been grown, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we just see eye to eye. So it's like he'll call me and just ask me for advice. And it's like, damn, bro, like, you twice my age asking me for advice. But it's like that just comes to show like he respects my opinion. I respect him a lot, where it's more than just father son. It's like me and you. That's how I look at it. So shout out my mom, shout out my dad, shout out Eddie, shout out St. John, shout out myself. I'm coming in hot this year. Bleave the impact coming in hot. I really got a lot of shit coming for y'all. Shout out you. Shout out AK. Appreciate Let's get it on. Come on, man. Thank you for having me up here, bro. I really do appreciate it. You know me, man. I'm grateful for any opportunity, man, because we about to touch some people. Somebody's gonna hear this and be like, yo, this was valuable to me. And we're gonna keep moving. I'm gonna keep dropping the music. We're gonna keep in touch. We're gonna get it rocking. Let's go.
All right, bro. Yo, thank you again for making the time. And
of course, bro. This is dope. I like the space, bro. We definitely gotta do something again. Yeah, bro. Let's get it rocking, man. I'm happy to be here, bro. Thank you for having me, for real.
Of course, man.
Yeah. It's getting hard for me to fake like some people these days. Big living room with no furniture. They never gon' see what I'm saying. You ain't trust them, then why did you turn to them? It's only a piece of the game. If everyone's eating the same, then nobody's leading the way. It's getting hard for me to fake like some people these days. It's getting hard for me to give y'all a piece of my brain. It's getting hard for me. It's getting hard for me. It's getting hard for me. It's getting hard to even repeat.